Hi everyone, now it's working, because Windows sucks buttholes. Hi, sorry, we had a quick audible at the end there, and now I'm here. Definitely, completely sober. Let me just adjust some of the settings here, so everyone can see everything we're doing. Ian, you want to tell people what we're doing?
Yes, we're playing a mod called Thatcher's Techbase, which is a mod for Doom 2. It's from Let's Hug Bro. This is basically I really like the explanation he kind of had for this in an interview, which is it's either an interview on the website, but he basically said he's Scottish. Nearly everybody in his town hates Margaret Thatcher because they were either personally impacted by her austerity policies, or know somebody who was impacted. And so they all hate Thatcher, and he loves to make Doom Wad. So why not make a Doom Wad where Thatcher is the ultimate villain? And the art alone looks insane. I played the first 10 seconds of it. It looks insane. I kind of was in the mood for a Doom Wad after we played some Quake. And so I thought, why not? Let's do this. So let me connect to you via Parsec real quick.
Yep, that's what I am
You know,
working on.
I
I kind of like how this worked out because, as you know, I'm a
yeah,
huge Doom head, as far
yeah.
as the original two Dooms, and I saw the tweet go out because you hadn't told me what you were gonna play, and oh, I connected to you like an idiot.
Oh, I hit accept.
I
Like an
know
idiot.
you accepted like an idiot.
I think it's because I hit connect on yours and then I saw a pop up and I just clicked the.
Sorry, that's only funny to like one person.
If we were really stupid, because originally the plan was for me to stream
Uh,
this, but technical difficulties. If we were really stupid, you would give me control via Parsec.
yeah, it's true.
But
Okay?
we should not try that.
Did you send a? Okay, I see it now. Okay,
Okay,
you see Doom
we're
and
now good.
Parsec.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Um, okay. I'm a huge fan of Doom. I like Doom 2. Um, I'm kind of glad I almost started playing this today. Why is there another Doom guy here?
I don't
Weird.
know.
That's
It's
spooky.
like they're just hanging
Oh,
out.
there's like a bunch of them. I'm taking this milk. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Doom and Doom 2. I don't know what it is. It's something about like partially the not having to aim bit like
Mhm.
really draws me, and also there's really good level design.
And it just has a lot of like fantastic aesthetic touches, like the face in the bottom center, the head bob when you move,
Yeah. For
just all
people who are
sorts of
wondering,
stuff.
I use ZDL and I run GZ Doom, which is the current iteration of Doom. It's kind of hard to figure that out. Z Doom was actually
Cool.
GZ Doom was shut down, then taken over by Z Doom, and then Z Doom shut down and was retaken over by GZ Doom. So GZ
Wait, we
Doom
gotta we gotta look at some of this.
is the Doom. There's Margaret Thatcher, I assume.
Picture. What does it say on the big screen?
Subject M4GG13 attempting escape. Warning.
Oh my goodness.
This is that a crown? I think I can fall. That's so.
Come on.
This is so good.
Oh, wait. What's on the right side? Go to the right side.
Thank you,
What?
stranger.
Oh, thank you, Haas, for
Thanks, Haas.
the subscribe or for the follow. Ugh, that's
Oh,
gross.
goodness.
I have this buffalo dip in front of me that I can't finish because we're streaming now.
Drink it.
Stream dip.
Stream dip.
Stream dip.
Hey, you know what? Look, I don't mean to take the topic away from whatever stupid thing you were talking about. But folks, we are a mere 5-6 weeks away from, actually, I don't even know the date, from Extra Life 2021. I'm pretty excited.
I'm very excited. I want to do some stuff
Out of order sign. Love it.
in the old studio. 10 Circle Hell, United Kingdom Express Elevator. There we go.
Oh my god, that is terrifying textures. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think one of the things we have to do, well, I don't want to say we have to do it, but it is on the incentives, and we've been wanting to do it for several years now, is the Grubhub roulette. I don't know, you can't really call it roulette,
Yeah.
but basically Grubhub swap where I order for you, you order for me, and if there's other people in the stream, they get ordered for it as well. I think that's I can't wait to do that. Whoa, that is incredible. I
Wow.
love that.
I was not expecting that. Yeah, I'm excited for that as well. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to figure it out. So, I don't know if I kind of want to do it a different weekend than Save Data does. So that way, I can have Chris in the studio most of the time.
Yeah, we could totally do that. We could push it a week if we want
Yeah,
to.
whatever you guys want to do. I just want to show off during this loading screen. I know you saw some of these. I got a 3D printer, and I've been 3D printing, and I've already encountered my first problem, which I was trying to 3D print a flute thing today, and it got to a certain height where the 3D printer knocked it over.
Oh,
so I have
because
to,
it wasn't sticking to the bed, so it pulled off the bed just enough.
Yeah, so I have to like expand the bed so it fits a little bit better.
Either that, or you could print it at an angle, and then you can have supports. So that way it has more contact with the bed. I use glue stick. Honestly, every time I print, I do a thin layer of glue stick when the bed is hot, and it sticks really well to it.
That's smart.
Yeah. You just have to clean the bed every like 10, 12 prints.
But... So it broke off the raft, not off the bed.
Oh. Well, so the other thing is I don't really use rafts. I don't really think they get you much considering how much effort it is to deal with them.
Yeah.
But I use skirts. I use a 2 or 3 line skirt because that way you can immediately tell if there's an issue while it's doing the skirt.
Maybe I'll swap to that. I'm using the basic Creality slicer, so.
Yeah. The other thing is, I'll have to send it to you. It's a really good, it's like starting lines, and literally at the start of every single print, it does like 2 passes on the extreme edge of the bed. And that's really good for like cleaning the filament, getting the filament running. You can immediately tell if it's good. And then it does the skirt, and then it does the print. So it gives you plenty of time to like pull it before it starts, trying to do anything.
It's a long elevator.
Oh, I see stuff down here,
I see stuff too.
Are those the credits?
Yeah, I already kind of fell into it because my second print, it was like bucking the print, and I realized it's because I didn't re-level the bed, so there was not enough room for it to spit out stuff. But
yeah,
these were my first overnight prints.
Yeah, good stuff.
Because I'm not quite at the point where I want to print while I'm not home.
So that reminds me. The other thing, especially with an Ender, with the Creality, unfortunately, they do have a QA issue where some of their power connectors were not soldered properly, and they were literally catching fire. So what I do, and I highly recommend this, is buying a battery-operated smoke detector, putting it next to the printer, and then also buying a fire extinguisher, and then not running it when you're out of the house.
That's smart.
I've never had an issue with it, but that way it would catch it, and I can immediately run in there and pull power and douse it if I need to.
Yeah.
Because people were showing, like, literally that their room would burn because the 120 volt connectors were not soldered properly, so they would catch on fire. Hopefully they've resolved that issue. It was very limited run, but it's still like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man.
I need to know how much newer my version is.
Yeah. I would just pop open the motherboard and just take a look at it.
Yeah, figure that out.
You could also just take a picture of the control panel for me, like what the screen looks like when it's running, because that did change with the firmware update.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, it's been pretty seamless and fun so far.
It's great.
Yeah. It was funny because I told Karen I was buying one. She was like, "Oh, cool!" And as soon as she saw it printing, she was like, "I can do so many things." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I'll have stuff for you."
I will say the thing that you, God, what is? Jim. I will say the thing that you to get the most out of your 3D printer you should absolutely do, and it's really not that difficult, is learn Fusion 360, which is a free CAD program. Because the use that I get out of it is really the custom design stuff. It's like, I have a problem, I need to make it work.
Sorry.
3D print.
The dead speak got me. Yeah, are you watching chat, by the way?
Yeah, Baron's on chat.
Hi, Baron.
But yeah, the Ender 3 is fantastic stock. I'm just letting Will know a lot of the upgrades that I've done over the years to make it, I don't want to say more reliable, but to make it, there's things you have to tweak as part of owning a 3D printer, and some of the upgrades I have are literally just like, this makes it so you have to tweak it less, or less often. Dun, dun, dun.
God, what is quick save?
I don't know. Jesus.
That doesn't matter.
Sorry, I get work messages. Did you just take the elevator back? Oh, this is elevator up.
Yeah. What time do you have to work at there, bud?
Probably about 11:30 p.m.
That's
I gotta
fun.
hop on. I'm hoping to be done by 2 a.m.
Jeez.
Can we, when you get a chance, I'd like to take a look at the pictures of.
Take a look at the
Margaret
what?
Thatcher and- I'd like to take a look at the pictures of Princess Diana on the wall. On the outside.
Oh, man.
Don't just.
I'm sorry.
Maybe when we get outside. When we get outside.
Yeah. I was doing a little bit of work today, not because I was told to, but I had actually a video in progress, and I was waiting for stuff to get published.
Oh no.
And I just like happened to be like, oh, let me work on this.
Wait, we gotta read some of this nomenclature.
Okay, I want to go back, see if there's another way, because I want to see those other signs. Oh, yeah. Pinky. Oh, these are tough pinkies.
So Baron, I will say, the Ender 3 does require tweaking, but every single 3D printer requires tweaking. Like the Ender 3 is basically a copy of the Prusa Mark III or Mark II, which is like a $700 printer, which is identical almost to the Ender 3, and it's just as reliable / unreliable.
And
So
let me
it's one of
say,
those things where
I printed this on the Ender 3. This is base Ender 3, and I was not expecting this type of detail. Like there's the anchor
Getting
and
shot.
the plugs and everything. I was absolutely not expecting that. Oh, I died.
yeah. So it's you say it's a trade-off for the price. Honestly, I don't think it is, because with the Prusa you're going to get the same print quality and the same reliability issues. It just doesn't make sense to buy anything other than an Ender 3 right now, unless you need a bigger build volume or you want the other type of printer, like a resin printer for finer detail. Yeah. The Prusa stuff is like, I'm sure they're fantastic products, but the fact that you can get an Ender, which is basically the same thing for much cheaper, is so much better.
Okay, don't just hope for a better life. Vote for one, devil.
Well, that's not Princess Diana. That's...
I know, I'm just reading the signs.
No, I thought it was Princess Diana.
Oh, Iron Lady, rest in peace. Thatcher is a liar. Thatcher... It's Trium?
It's the traitor.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, folks. We love
There's
capitalism.
part of me that wants a resin printer to print minis, but there is just absolutely no reason to.
Yeah, I would
It's also,
love...
like, smellier and messier.
Yeah, I was looking at, like, Warhammer
tree moving?
prints and everything. What do you mean?
Oh, it's just the spin.
Yeah, it's the Doomy. Invisible pinkies. Yeah, I was thinking of printing some minis, and I know they say resin's better for it. But it's like, at this point, I'm not doing this for like period amazing pieces, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I did find a print for the Blade Runner PKD, which I'm actually kind of looking forward to, because I have a replica of it, and I've been meaning to. This is years ago. My friend had a metal lathe, and I was going to make a metal version. But now that I have access to a 3D printer, I think I might try this 3D printer version.
Yeah, you just have a little bit of cleanup on it, that's all.
Yeah, which is fine with me, to be honest. I'm a huge hater of when you see something 3D printed and it has like the lines on it. I hate that so much.
Yeah.
Is Margaret Thatcher dead?
Yeah, she's dead.
She is? Okay.
But this is showing that she's resurrected, I believe.
Okay, that's fine. I had no clue. So that helps me. Because if there's one thing I don't know, it's British politics.
I know a little bit. Forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, you can get rid of the layer lines, but it requires really dialing in the printer and doing like really thin layers, which then just ups your print time a lot.
Yeah. I feel like if I'm at the point where I'm like, hey, I want to print something real nice, then I'll take the time to do that. But otherwise, it's just like, whatever.
Yeah. And then you can always sand it.
Exactly. Okay, not this way. This way. Not this way. Music is creepy. Okay, that is her thing. And there was this way. Hit this button. Yeah, I hit that button. I thought it opened this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it.
I do hear monsters.
Yeah, I hear some guys that way. E? Like right in there. I wonder if that opens something over here. Oh. I like that this person took the time to recolor everyone.
Yeah.
Something about that pinky snarl that
Yeah.
hits a nostalgia bone for me.
Yeah, it gives me a nostalgia boner too.
Yeah, I know you love those. I started playing a little Diablo 2 Resurrected today, but then I was like not very into it. I was like, I don't feel like doing this, so I just went back to RimWorld.
I heard it's getting a little bit of mixed reviews just because people are realizing Diablo 2 is a bit dated, and it doesn't have local co-op.
Yeah.
So
the other stuff I heard was mostly like some of the online stuff is messed up.
I hadn't heard.
Which is kind of why I was holding off anyways. But I don't mind. I really enjoyed Diablo 1 when I played it last year, and I'm a fan of 3 as well. So, ooh, I like these Doom guys up. Kind of neat. You have 26 health. Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, I can't hit that guy from from here, but he can hit me for some stupid reason.
Got it.
Ooh.
So I think you gotta take the elevator
Yeah.
up now.
Hi, Karen. You scared the literal crap out of me.
Check your pants.
Check your pants. Is it full of crap?
Yep. He's got a chain gun.
Oh. Please give me health.
You're not hitting those. Oh, yeah, you are.
And not those guys, but
You got
go
ammo in the
forward at
corners.
that, yeah. Want to kind of kill as many people as I can before going
Yeah,
out there.
there's a guy right below you.
Okay, I'm gonna go back for a second. See if there's any health. Yeah.
Got
Boy.
shooting at you.
Oh no. Get out.
Oh, there's health.
Where?
In the green.
I hate you so much. Oh, here we go.
What's the milk he give you? Nothing?
I think it gives me armor a little bit. No, it gives me health.
Oh, there's ammo right there to your right. Nice.
So that's bread and milk. I like a Margaret Thatcher thing. Bread and
Bread
milk.
and milk?
Yeah,
Does sound like it.
probably. That's a British thing. Eating bread, you know.
You're
I bet they
British.
love that. I am. My grandmother was British. Okay. Oh, elevator. I like the Doom guys casually smoking.
Yeah.
Oh, is there not a way down?
Maybe down. Oh, what's down there now? There was a switch.
Where?
I guess it's in yeah. So go back where you were. Okay, now look. See that switch right there? It's down. So turn around, See it.
Oh, I
There?
do see it. I think that's just to get back up if you fell.
Oh, okay.
Like I stupidly did. Oh, thank you. Normally I'd be quick saving throughout this, but okay, let's go out. The door opened. Yeah. Oh.
What's this?
Cool art. Elevator? No.
Did you already check the right side?
Yeah, I think I can still see the door from here. Okay, I'm gonna go up and see if there's anything up here.
Yeah, this is just the hedge. forgot how quick this game could be when it gets going. Nice. Nice.
Oh.
Oh no.
Am I back at the beginning? I gotta check what the
Hang out down here for a bit. Ow! I got cramp. Okay, Daddy's back. Tired.
It's only. Oh, quick save F6, quick load F9. Okay. Oh, but it opens a menu. I don't like that.
Excuse me.
Oh, I just had to name it the first time. That's why.
Excuse me.
Gross. Oh, I see. I got the blue key from the other side. Now I know.
Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, it's been a long day. I mowed the yard today, and I
You mowed, fancy boy. Oh, I
worked on the garage because I got to put storage shelves in and stuff.
Oh yeah, how's
The
the
dimmer switch.
electricity's all good now?
It's up and running, baby. It's good. I ran a shop vac off my new outlets today.
Wow.
It was honestly a big job because I was like, it's one thing, like I replaced a switch with a dimmer switch today, and that's just like, okay, take the cover off, take the outlet out, and like move the wires and then put the new one in. This was like literally like designing a brand new circuit,
Wow.
a 2-branch circuit, and figuring out I couldn't just snap a new breaker in the fuse box because what do you call that? Breaker panel? What's your preferred term?
Breaker box? I call it the breaker
box.
box. Yeah.
I realize I don't have a preferred term for it, so I just keep saying like fuse panel, breaker panel.
Well, because fuses and breakers are technically different.
Yes, I agree.
Uh,
But yeah, so I didn't have an empty slot because the easy way to do it is you have an empty slot, so you just tie in and then put it in there. But
right.
I didn't, so I had to take 2 breakers and collapse them into a tandem breaker, which is basically 2 breakers in the size of 1 breaker slot.
Wow, that guy killed me fast.
And then I had to like run the Romex, which is basically the power cable, and like the whole time I'm trying to do it to code, which is things like, you know, for example, like if it's 30 feet from the outlet to the breaker box, you have to run 30 feet of continuous cable. If you're short or you mess up the cable in the middle of it, you have to literally add a box and then splice them together properly. You know, you can't just be like, oh, I'll just like splice these together behind the wall or whatever. It's like, no. You're not allowed to do that.
Wow.
So you have to like run it carefully, and while you're working on it, make sure you don't like damage it, because basically then it's either create a junction box or pull the whole cable and run it again. And then I had to like design it where I'm like, okay, there's going to be 2 outlets in here, 2 outlets in here, and like, okay, well that's going to be a, like a 5-wire pigtail, and then tying it all together, and then turning it on and having it just work immediately perfectly was just like beautiful. But it felt really good because like
Because
the
it was
other
fun.
thing was no, God, no. I was I could be fun a little. Honestly, the most aggravating part wasn't running the cable, which I ran metal clad cable. You've probably seen it. It's like metal spiraling. It's like 3/8 inch. It's like a metal coil, and the wires in the middle of it. It's typically used for like outside, because I didn't want to go through the walls because you got to drill holes, and I didn't want to go through the attic because I'm too lazy for that. So it's all exposed cabling, but it looks okay. It looks like industrial, and it's still allowed for code. I thought the annoying part would be running that, because I had to run it up at the top of the wall over the garage door and all that, but really that wasn't that bad. The most annoying part... Bye, Baron.
Bye, Baron.
The most annoying part, and have you done any like outlet work where you like open an outlet or open a light switch box and do stuff?
No, I'm always too terrified.
It's not too bad, especially when you have the power off. But literally the hardest part is that you basically have a box, right? It's like for a 2 gang, which is like 2 switches, or for 2 duplex outlets. It's basically a 4-inch by 4-inch box, and then it's either like 2.5 to 4 inches deep. But the problem is you have so many wires coming into that box, and they're solid wires, so they're pretty stiff, and they're like 14 or 12 gauge, so they're fairly thick. You fool. So basically the wires come out. You have to have enough wires coming out, like let's say 6 inches, to wire into the outlet. But then you have to take this mess of like solid wires that are not, they're flexible, but they're very stiff. And you have to somehow like spaghetti jam that mess into the box. So like you haven't pulled it out, and then you're just like, okay, I'm done, and you try and push it, and it's like, and it like bounces back, so you're just like, get in the box. So some of these boxes I had 3 wires coming in, and then I had 2 wires going to one outlet, 2 wires going to another outlet, and 3 wires going out, and then a ground, which is like typically like a 5-way pigtail. So I literally had like 10 or 12 wires, each of them 6 inches long, plus a wire nut, plus the 2 outlets, and I'm just trying to jam it into this box, you know?
Yeah.
And at the same time, you're trying not to damage the cables to strip the insulation or pop them off of the outlet that you just connected them to. And it was just like, that's the most annoying part.
Right.
But crazy. Yeah, it really is not that bad. Once you kind of do the research and you kind of understand what's going on, it was not that difficult. It was a little expensive. It was like $250 basically.
Yeah. Sometimes I weigh like the amount I want to do at my apartment versus like the fact that I pay rent at an apartment.
Yeah. And that's one of the nice things about having a house was I was literally just like, there is nobody gonna fix this for me, and I don't want to live with this for 6-7 years minimum. So I'm just gonna do it now while I have the time and the space, you know.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was just crazy. Like I bought 100 feet of the metal clad cable, and it was $80 for it. Like electrical cable is expensive. And then I needed a GFCI breaker. And basically there's no capitalism when it comes to breakers, because they're not interchangeable. Like whoever makes your fuse box, that's the brand of breaker you have to get.
Really?
And so I was like, I need a 20 amp GFCI, and it was just like, well, you're a Square D QO box, so this is literally the only breaker you could get, and it was like $58.
Well,
And
that's
I was
crappy. I didn't realize that.
It's like, gotta do it, because even the tandem breaker was like 26, 27 bucks, and that's like it's not that crazy. It's just a 20 amp tandem breaker. It didn't have GFCI or anything crazy on it, so. But it felt good. It also felt good to do it to code. Like there's little weird things, like for example, when you bring the electrical wire into the fuse box, there's an insulator around all 3 wires, but the insulator should not be in the fuse box. But when you bring the cable in and you clamp it in the fuse box, you have to leave like a 1/4 inch of the insulation showing, so that when the inspector opens the fuse box, they can look down and be like, okay, I can tell that it's insulated, and they didn't carry the insulation through into the box, which they're not supposed to. So it was all these little things like that where I'm like, okay, I know I need to clamp it, and I know I'm only supposed to leave a 1/4 inch exposed, like no more, no less.
Oh,
My god.
that's crazy.
Yeah, but it was like those things where I'm like, the small details that matter that could have it fail inspection. Not that I need to get it inspected,
no.
but like if I ever...
Why did I open all the bathroom doors?
You're doing okay. Nice.
Okay.
Because I don't have to get this work inspected, but if I ever do work that does have to get inspected, or when I try and sell the house and they do the inspection, I don't want them to be like, this is bad, it needs to be ripped all the way out, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like I might as well do it to code.
It's like all those stories of people who had to get their sheds like removed
Oh, yeah.
because they weren't up to code or they weren't built with a permit.
Yeah.
I had a teacher
Yeah,
in high
that's-
school who bought a house, and after they bought it, they were told that the shed on the property wasn't permit built.
Jeez.
So they had to tear it down.
One of my coworkers, he was telling me he bought a house, and it was listed at, I'm just making up some values here, but let's say it was listed at 400,000, and I've seen the house. It has like 3 or 4 different like shed barns on the property, right? But the house was built in like the 1920s. And so it was listed at 400,000. They agreed to that price. The appraiser came in and was like, "Hey, one of these barns, I can't find the permit for it." And he's like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Well, it was probably built when the house was built in the 1920s, and there was like a flood, like literally a historic flood, and the building that had all the permits from the 1920s, or a lot of the permits from the 1920s probably had this shed permit in it, and so we can't find it. And because I can't find the permit for it, I can't include it in the appraisal. So I'm taking like 50,000 off the appraisal."
Wow.
So all of a sudden he's on the hook to pay 400,000 for a house that the appraiser is going, "Well, I can only say 350 because I don't know if this is a permitted barn." And then his mortgage company was just like, "We're not loaning you 50,000 more than the house is worth."
Sorry, bro.
So he had to go find like a new lender in the middle of the house buying process because
That's
of that.
stupid.
Yeah. And he was just like, "It's right there. They're not saying it's not to code. It's just the records have been lost from 100 years ago." Yeah. So yeah, one of those things where I was like, I'm just gonna do it to code. Might as well do it to code.
Yeah, so your great grandchildren don't have trouble selling the house. Yeah. Ooh, double.
And when it becomes a Florida antique.
Yeah. Those classic Florida antiques. I know, I
There's
keep
a lo-
forgetting you moved because I was literally going to text you like, "Hey, when do you want to come up again?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, you'd have to bring things on a plane now."
Yeah. I was looking at the other day for the Anime Con just to like price it out. And I think what sucks is that to fly
Oh,
from
motherfucker.
I'd have to fly to
Oh.
make it reasonable. I think I'd have to fly from Orlando to Newark, which isn't that bad. It's just a 2-hour drive to Orlando. And I would have to fly like Spirit or Frontier. I wouldn't be able to use my points, which sucks. So it'd be like $100, which is not terrible, but it would still kind of suck. Because
Yeah.
I'm used to using Southwest points, where it's just like 90% of the time the flight's free. You just pay like $20 in taxes. Excuse me.
Nope. Ah, you mother. I hate those guys so much.
The linebackers.
Yeah.
That's what I call them.
Linebackers. That's pretty good. What
That's
are
what
they?
they look like.
What are they actually called?
I'll look them up.
Oh, I can't think of it right now because they're in. I never knew any of their names until there's a lot of like Brad Shoemaker knows them, so that's like I learned Pinky and the
Revenant.
Revenant. The I forget what the basic guys are called. Oh, look at that! They're playing Doom. Okay, open that. Let me save.
Phantom.
Okay, I don't want to go in that room because that's a scary room. Can't go up there yet. Yeah, it's just a scary room. I don't know what that button did. Nothing out here. I have to go that way? I don't know how. Oh. That's how.
I didn't realize there were exploding barrels in here.
Yeah, boy.
This mod has a lot of detail, a lot more than I was expecting.
Yeah, it's nice.
Great.
I've only played a handful of Doom WADs, but a lot of them do this sort of overhaul, which is always a nice touch. I mean, I'm up for good level design, but that kind of throws it over the edge. Oh,
That's a lot of ice.
trying to. Oh, there's a lord in there. I do like the stun lock of the minigun. Yeah, it's a Baron of Hell.
I don't know why they call it a chain gun. I don't know if this counts as a chain gun.
Oh no. For some reason I like always have berserk mode on because I'm able to punch pretty much everyone.
That's cool.
Okay, let's make a run for it. Well,
Good run.
thanks.
Where's the
There's
elevator?
milk down here. Oh, there we go. Yep. I don't know how this happened, but I was holding shift to sprint, and now I don't need to hold shift to sprint. I wonder if it's a
Like-
double tap.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm afraid of undoing it. Oh boy. I don't know what.
Oh,
Oh. Academon.
that's that.
Oh, wow.
Do you normally slide like that when you die?
Oh, not that I've heard of.
That's
Excuse me,
awesome.
sir.
Yeah, just keep shooting wall. Dark black.
Thanks. That's the ultimate. Oh,
Oh!
Nazis. I always thought the guy looked like Nazis.
Yeah.
Actually, is that the Wolfenstein guy?
I
Looks
think it
like him.
is.
The worst with Doom is when you hit the quick save instead of the quick load, and you can quick save as the dead. You can quick
it's the
save
dead
when you're
state.
dead in the death state, and that is literally the worst. Done that a handful of times. The only Doom content I have never played, I have not beaten Eternal, and I have not. I've done 1 or 2 levels of Sigil, which was the Romero one that came out a couple years ago. Ooh, those are bad boys.
I feel like you should have more weapons by now, but I know you haven't been missing them, you know?
Yeah, this feels like a Doom WOD that's designed for people who play a lot of Doom, which is kind of what Sigil is as well.
Yeah.
Although I did like on the website, the creator of this freely admitted he hadn't played this or play tested it on the hardest difficulty. I don't think this is not a regular
Rocket launcher?
Doom weapon.
Look like a rocket
Oh,
launcher.
folks. Actually, can I, oh, I don't know. I don't know level names. Oh, it's map. Am I capitalized? I don't remember the transport command. Do you want to look up Doom cheat codes for me? I want to go to the very end. What's invulnerability and level skip? And all weapons.
IDDQD.
IDDQD?
QD.
Okay. Degreelessness mode on. What does that do?
It says that's God mode invincibility.
Okay, and then does there a level skip there?
I mean, there is, but I think they're for specific levels.
Right, but what's the like preamble for it?
It's Oh no, wait, these are secret levels. Give me a second.
Because I think these are maps in
Oh,
here.
it's IDCLEV number, as in episode level. It's probably 1-5 for episode 1. IDCLEV.
No.
Like you did ED there. You did ED on the second one.
Oh, sorry. What is it? ID?
IDCLEV
1-5?
5. I'll look up if there's Thatchers.
Okay. At least I'm in God mode now. No, I don't have unlimited ammo though. But it's still working.
It's really good to see somebody put a lot of effort into a WAD. Oh, is this the end?
No, I just got teleported.
It's just good to see somebody put like all this effort into it, and then it's getting a decent amount of press, which is good.
Yeah, because it was funny when I saw your tweet. I had this downloaded for like a week or so, whenever it was announced. So I wanted to check it out. I like that. Like, Berserk mode is pretty much always on. Which means I can just punch people. But you still get hurt.
A lot, yeah.
anything else? Nope.
Why is their portrait glowing? Something with their portrait.
I mean, let me raise this platform. Thought maybe it would do something. Door over
Do
here.
you want unlimited ammo?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
IDKFA. Oh. IDFA? I'm gonna look up Doom 2 cheats.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like it's the same. Maybe try capitalizing it. IDKFA. I don't know. Guess not.
I'm stuck, I think.
Can't go back.
No, I fell in here.
Should we call it?
Folks, thanks for watching.
Heck of a game.
Heck of a game. Doom's good. I love Doom, so play more Doom. 1 and 2 is great. And you buy it once, you can access all these great Doom mods. So thank you for tuning in. Sorry for the technical hiccups, but we figured it out because we're intelligent human beings. We will be back Tuesday for the best.
That's right.
So definitely tune in for that. Until then, you can go to subpixelfilms.com, bring you straight to our YouTube channel, where you can check out the latest episode of Subpixel Aerospace, where we successfully landed something back on the Earth and invented the poop chute. So definitely go check that out. Until then, I've been your host, Will Crosby. That has been Ian Gibson. We're tired. We're going to go to bed, so we will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.